Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And today from South Williamsport, it's Rhode Island, as they represent the New England region, taking on New York, representing the Mid-Atlantic region. And once again, our coverage through the championship presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. How'd we get here? Well, these two teams managed to make it through very difficult regionals, both in Bristol, Connecticut. And as a result, they end up playing the first game today against each other later tonight. Bend, Oregon and Goodlettsville, Tennessee get things started already on ESPN right now. In the sixth inning, Panama with a 6-2 lead over Mexico. And Italy will face off against Australia. Good to see Italy back at the Little League World Series. Also good to see John Kruk back at the Little League World Series. I'm Carl Ravitch. Jamie Sire will join us in just a bit. She's down on the field and provide some great stories about some of these terrific kids and their coaches that are here today. We got a chance to see both of these teams in Bristol, where they played both the Mid-Atlantic and the New England Championship games. One team very well balanced. The other relies really on a particular guy, the pitcher and superstar player Colin Lemieux for Rhode Island. But you know this, you don't get here unless everybody contributes, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of this whole thing. One pitcher's not going to win this for any team. You need multiple pitchers. We actually thought Michael Mancini was going to pitch today for the New York team, but instead it's Ryan Harlow. Big kid, fastball, curveball. Watching him warm up, first pitch hit the backstop, so I'm sure there's some nerves.
We're ready, but we're on one of the great baseball fields in the world and one of the great venues. Wamedy Stadium, Volunteer Stadium for the international competition. And the first pitch of the United States tournament begins with Aaron Narkavage, the center fielder, swinging and missing at a fastball. And we're underway with the great 2016 Little League World Series.
Yes!
And now quickly behind 0-2. This team from Maine, Endwell, New York, as you look at Ryan Harlow's, the pitcher, has 6 kids that played on a team that last year lost in a regional final. And he starts him off with 3 pitches and a strikeout.
Yeah, good start right now for Ryan Harlow. First pitch, fastball up, attempted bunt. He got the bunt attempt, and now fastball away. Catches the outside corner. We're going to see if these kids from Rhode Island are going to hit Ryan Harlow. They better think the other way. And then he comes inside.
First one inside. Dominic Brazo is the shortstop for Warwick, Rhode Island.
Got to feel good for Harlow, so to get that first out of the way.
Instead of going to the backstop with it. 1-1. Our volunteer umpire calling balls and strikes, Jason Kelly. And all the volunteer umpires around the infield and outfield, as delighted as the players to be here, an honor for them as well. Brazo swings and misses. 2 strikes. Guys like Mike Cook and Robert Cepeda at first and second.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ricky Castle and Brent Hicks in the outfield. Gary DeFabio at third base. I think the crowds are into it. You can hear the Maine Endwell folks screaming with every pitch, thinking they had another strikeout. A little bit about Maine Endwell, and then we'll talk more about Warwick, Rhode Island. Maine Endwell is a suburb of Binghamton, New York. Of course, the Empire State in New York. The capital is Albany. They are just about 2 hours, 112 miles from Williamsport, so not a far drive for the fans. That one laced into right field. Will throw to first, and that will get by. And now heading to second is Brazo. And he will get to second, so a risk there by James Fellows, thinking he had a chance to get Brazo, and he threw it away. He hit it so hard.
Well, again, going the other way, which is, I think, the right approach right now when you see Harlow's pitch. But, this is a mistake by the right fielder. It could have been a bang-bang play. But when you watch the catcher normally should be backing up that play. Wasn't. The ball gets around the backstop, and that allows Brazo to go to second base.
And now the big fella, number 3 hitter, and the pitcher Colin Lemieux is up. Right field, this one is playable. James Fellows is under it, makes the play. Tagging and going to third. And out at third is Dominic Brazo. Double play to start it and end the inning for Maine Endwell, New York. 9-6-5 double play, and I'm sure Fellows is a happy fella after throwing one away. He throws it right to his cutoff man, and Mancini threw it to third for the out. We're back. Really good start defensively for the team from New York, who is this summer 19-0. Let's take a look at today's lineup. It's brought to you by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Hi, my name is Jude Abadessa, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
Hi, my name is Billy Dundon. My favorite baseball player is Derek Jeter.
Hi, my name is Jaden Fanera. My favorite baseball player is Jose Fernandez.
Hi, my name is James Fellows, and my favorite player is Dustin Pedroia.
My name is Ryan Howard. My favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
Hi, my name is Jack Hopko, and my favorite player is Babe Ruth.
Hi, my name is Michael Mancini, and my favorite baseball player is Derek Jeter.
Hi, my name is Jordan Owens, and my favorite player is Mike Trout.
My name is Brody Rowley. My favorite baseball player is Dustin Pedroia.
Hi, my name is Connor Rush, and my favorite baseball player is Giancarlo Stanton.
My name is Justin Ryan. My favorite baseball player is David Price.
Kids from Maine, Endwell, New York, who will now swing the bats, and during their regionals, they hit 3 home runs, batted .333 as a team. The manager is Scott Rush. First base coach is going to be Joe Hopko, and Joe Mancini will be at third base. All 3 of the coaches, manager, have sons on the team. They've been together for quite some time, and they do a good job of keeping it loose for the team from New York. I guess it's kind of easy when they're 19-0 and seem to really just love playing baseball.
Yeah, it's easy to be loose too when you have 2 really good pitchers. We will see Michael Mancini at some point, the leadoff hitter for this New York team. This young man pitching for Rhode Island, though, Carl's pretty dominant. He got roughed up a little bit early in the regional championship game, but settled in for 5 great innings. Of course, he hit the big home run. Did Colin Lemieux, and I mean, just look at the size, 5'11", 177 pounds.
Right.
Laffy Taffy.
Sure, whatever he wants at 5'11", 177. Michael Mancini, the shortstop, looks down at third base where his dad is the coach, gets the sign and looks at the first pitch, strike 1.
Michael Mancini actually tried to bunt in that regional championship game. Third baseman's playing deep.
That one is through into right field, and a good start for Maine Endwell and Michael Mancini, who had only 3 hits in the regional, but he's aboard. And a table setter for Jude Abadessa.
Yeah, like a little bit of a hanging breaking ball by Lemieux, and Michael Mancini gets on top of it. It's a ball hard through the hole, and now New York's got something going.
Jude the Stewed now bats, the second baseman. Back up the middle, that's going to get through and into center field, and the first 2 have reached against Colin Lemieux.
Now, this is the New York team. They don't wait around. They're not going to wait to get in a situation where you have a chance to strike them out. We saw that with Abadessa in the regional finals, man. He was up there whacking away at it. Yeah, he got a little bit of a hitch, they say, but I tell you what, he gets on top of balls. He got on top of that high fastball right there.
And now Ryan Harlost Fastball inside. As John talked about the balance on this Maine Endwell team. You start off with a lefty, then a righty, then a lefty, then a righty, all the way to the number 8 hitter. They go back and forth. Good breaking ball, and Harlow swings and misses.
Well, you remember in that regional championship game when the New York team struggled offensively, it was with the breaking ball.
Mancini's at second, Abadessa at first. This one lifted deep to left field. Back to the wall is Salido. It's gone! A 3-run home run for Ryan Harlost.
Harlow right here. He swung through the curveball, and right there he gets a fastball up and away. Look at the abbreviated swing.
No kidding.
Just trying to put it in play, but long, lengthy, the power. Big home run for this New York team.
Wow. And now Connor Rush follows first pitch. He fouls it off of his foot, so he's limping around a little bit. But well, if you like fast starts, New York with a double play in the top of the first, and then a 3-run home run from its pitcher in the bottom of the first.
We mentioned, I mentioned that Colin Lemieux struggled in the first inning against Connecticut in the championship game in the regionals. Gave up 2 quick runs and then settled down. But, not that 3 runs is insurmountable, but good luck.
Good pitch into Connor Rush, who's behind 0-2. Unlike New York, Warwick has lost this summer and had to come out of losers brackets and bounce back and deal with all that type of adversity. So there's a settle down moment for Colin Lemieux as he strikes out Connor Rush. And what a day we are enjoying here. Temperatures in the 80s. Really good crowd on the hill at Lomedy. The bottom bowl is just about full, which provides great surfing for those up there on the cardboard boxes. There's still plenty of room to navigate the hill.
Have you ever done that?
Oh yeah. You've not done that?
No.
Oh, we got to get you to do that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, we got to get you to do that. It's fun. That's like a rite of passage.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
You're just gonna go passage.
Yeah.
Let's take it. Yeah, we had Tim Kirkshin, who's here this year with baseball tonight. Jamie Sire. It's pretty much everybody's done it.
Braden's gonna do it.
Oh gosh, yeah. Braden will do it. Good breaking ball in there for a strike, and it goes 2-1. I think one thing we'll see over the course of this tournament, there's just no count that a curveball, breaking ball won't be thrown in.
That's where the game has changed. And when you see kids throwing 3-1 breaking balls, or sometimes you wonder like what's going on, but then other times you have to remember, they're not calling the pitches.
Two-two to Jack Hopko. Breaking ball hit hard to short, fielded by Brazo, who throws to first for the out. And well done. Dave, thank you very much. Welcome to Lomedy Stadium. Literally about 45 feet away from Volunteer Stadium. You come up the hill here in South Williamsport, and this is Lomedy Stadium. It's the one you've seen for years during Little League World Series games with the hillside and all the fans. I'm with John Kruk. New York is leading Rhode Island 3-0. We're in the bottom of the first. This ball is popped up, and Brazo going out. Salido coming in. The left fielder makes the play. We'll say so long to those who watched the end of the Panama victory on ESPNU, and we will continue our coverage of this game between Rhode Island and New York on ESPN. If you're just joining us, the 3 runs came courtesy of that home run off the bat of Ryan Harlost. He is the pitcher for Maine Endwell, and you'll see innings 2 through 6 when we come back to the World Series. In 3-zip. Let's take a look at today's lineup, brought to you by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Hi, my name is Dylan Bray, and my favorite player is Mookie Betts. Hello, my name is Dominic Brazo. My favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, my name is Thane Denton, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
Hi, I'm Sean Gallagher, and my favorite baseball player is Manny Machado.
Hi, my name is Colin Lemieux. My favorite baseball player is Robinson Cano.
Hello, my name is Brendan McCaffrey, and my favorite baseball player is Jose Bautista.
Hi, my name is Colin McGrew, and my favorite baseball player is Miguel Cabrera.
Hi, my name is Cam Nato, and my favorite baseball player is Frank Thomas.
Hi, my name is Aaron Narkovich, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
Hi, my name is Chase Paraso, and my favorite player is Hunter Pence.
Hi, my name is Kenny Ricks, and my favorite baseball player is Giancarlo Stanton.
Hi, my name is DJ Shalito, and my favorite baseball player is Josh Donaldson.
Hi, my name is Max Turner, and my favorite baseball player is Daniel Murphy.
Loves the Murph, a former Met, now national. Rhode Island, the Ocean State. The capital, of course, is Providence, Rhode Island. And now Ken Ricks, the manager. We'll get a chance to look into the batter's box and see his son, the cleanup hitter, Kenny Ricks, lead off the top of the second inning.
He hit the big home run to get them in the championship game in the regionals. A walk-off.
A walk-off grand slam. His favorite emoji is the baseball emoji. A little late on that fastball, and it goes to 1-1.
Really impressed by Harlow so far. Good velocity, a little breaking ball every once in a while just to show him.
72 miles an hour that comes in at, which if this was a mound 60 feet 6 inches away, would be in the mid-90s. Quick reaction time. Ricks does this one to right field, towards the line, and a nice running catch. James Fellows. He's been busy out there in right field.
Been a busy man out there, Carl. Made an error, then threw a guy out at third, had an assisted throwing out a guy at third, and then this great running catch down the line.
Sean Gallagher now, and Harlos has thrown 15 pitches, 12 strikes. Mixing the fastball and the off speed really well so far.
Apparently they got a good scouting report coming out of the regionals.
Ball. This is hard for 12-year-olds and 11. I mean, this is nerve-wracking, and
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not showing too many nerves out there, neither team. Another strikeout. That's his second. Let's send it down to Jamie Sire for more on these two teams.
Yeah, Carl, as you guys mentioned, they both played their regional tournaments in Bristol, Connecticut. So they finished up on Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, about 7 a.m., they hopped on a bus together. So they rode the 4 hours here to Williamsport on the same bus. I talked to some of the New York coaches, and I said, you know, was there much interaction between the two teams? And they said, oh, yeah. In fact, they were all huddled in the back listening to music. They said very bad music, so they had a good time.
All a matter of taste. What works for a 12-year-old doesn't always work for a 40-year-old. It's working so far for New York. They're up 3-0.
Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. They're great! And in part by the Odyssey, from Honda, official vehicle of Little League, and Travelocity. Wander wisely.
Dugout, of course, main part of the entertainment before the game, dancing with some of the kids from New York, Maine, Endwell. How's it feel to be back at the Little League World Series?
Oh, man, I'm so happy. This is a great event. Great event. Get to watch kids playing that just do it because they love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've known you a long time. You are genuinely happy doing this. You really do like it.
What are you trying to say? Every other thing I do,
sometimes, you know,
kind of miserable.
This one works for the Crocker. No doubt about it.
You can be honest. You can tell the people.
This is James Fellows, and what a day he's already had. The team has come to Williamsport for the Little League World Series. Made an error in the first, made a running catch, and also assisted on a double play.
You would think if there's any nerves for James Fellows that after this at bat it's going to be gone because he's done everything.
What's left?
Yeah, no kidding. That's what you'll see too from this team from New York, man. They swing. You know, they're not up there trying to hit a little single the other way. They're trying to mash.
Right back up the middle, another hit. Fourth one of the game for Maine Endwell. And for the second consecutive inning, leadoff man is aboard. Fellows hit 500 in the regional. And I think we can check off good day for James Fellows.
He's having an outstanding day too already. Only in the second inning, and he's pretty much done everything you can do on the field. But yeah, again, this is what we saw a lot in the regionals. Fastball by him, but he had a big swing. So, you know, let's see if we can trick him a little bit and throw him a breaking ball, speeds up the bat, and a base hit.
They've kept the ball in play, hitting it on the ground, their third ground ball hit. Strike one as Justin Ryan, the left fielder, steps in. 5'2", 113-pounder. Entering the 7th grade at Maine Endwell. Yankee fan who loved Derek Jeter. Gets a good bunt down to first. Stepping on the bag himself is Gallagher, but that's picture perfect if you try to move a runner up.
That is picture perfect. And great bunt. I mean, just to get the guy to scoring position. Now you got your 9-hitter in the top of the order. Tell you what, it was really close to possibly being some interference on Colin Lemieux. You see him covering first base. He's in the baseline. The runner had to try to avoid him.
And now Jordan Owens, J-Dog, the center fielder. Hits one hard to second under the glove of the second baseman. Held at third base, but now with men on the corners, Maine Endwell back in business again. Amazing how many first pitch swings they're taking. John, you talked about it, but they see a fastball, they go after it.
Yeah, so aggressive, swinging the bat. We saw it in the regionals. And you know, when you get the bottom of your lineup on base, 7-hitter base hit, 8-hitter sacrifice, 9th-hitter base hit, you know, to make it first and third, and now you have the top of the order coming up with only one out, you would have to assume that they're going to score more runs in this inning.
3 in the first on a home run, and now Michael Mancini. That's a strike. They'll throw it to the shortstop. Runner safe at second, throw back to third. So they end up getting the steal there at second, and nobody out. A strike to the batter. And that's one thing we'll see again. First and third, if you've got a speedy runner on, he's going to try to create some discomfort for the defense. They did that just about perfectly, Rhode Island. They just didn't get the runner going a second. Mancini singled his first time up, 0-2 in the dirt.
Time.
I love the story from Michael, who said he's been dreaming about the Little League World Series since he was 6. So he's been dreaming since he was 6. Like this, a lifelong dream of his.
Yeah, I got a feeling on watching him play that there's going to be a lot bigger things for him to come.
Yeah, very good player. His favorite band is Zach Brown Band, so Joe Mancini's listening to a lot of country music.
We like him for that.
We sign off there. Swings and misses. Lemieux bears down and throws it by Michael Mancini.
Well, again, another elevated fastball. He's been getting swings and misses on that pitch. Gets a big strikeout here with runners on second and third and only one out. But now you got to worry about your first pitch here against Jude Abadessa. You know he's up there swinging.
And he is, and he hits a little blooper over the shortstop's head. It'll score 1. Around third, play at the plate, safe. And into second goes Abadessa. They tack on 2 more and lead it 5-0.
We saw it in the regionals, and we're seeing it here. 2 pitches for Jude Abadessa, 2 base hits. This one a big one, though, driving in 2 runs. Big 2-out hit for this team from New York to give them a 5-0 lead. You have to think that they're going to save the pitches for Colin Lemieux.
That might make sense. To John's point, pitch count is certainly something.
We've told him 1,000 times, but he's got to throw it through the cut. Okay, we can't let runners advance to the next base, okay? Colin, you just got to come relax. I don't know, what was that pitch? Yeah, he's got it anyway. Hey, then you know what? If he makes that pitch and he hits that high pitch that you threw a real tough pitch and he hits it, you tip your cap to him and you go after the next batter. It's part of the game. Don't lose your composure out here, okay? You got this. Come on. 2 outs, 2 outs.
So a teachable moment there. You heard him talk about the throw from left field, hitting the cutoff man. It's funny, you see that at the major league level. Forget just Little League. You see that mistake at the major league level.
Yeah, you know, just because Abedesa's a first ball fastball hitter doesn't mean you can't throw him a first pitch fastball. Just has to be better located.
Ryan Harlow's homered his first time up. Oh, he rips this one to right. It bounces off the wall. He's going to have a homer and a double and an RBI again. He goes to third, and he is safe at third. Ryan Harlow got a green light at every bag.
2 outs.
That's a beautiful piece of hit. In his first at bat, he hits a home run on the fastball. This one, a hanging breaking ball. And he didn't hit it so hard on the line. This one would have went out too. It just hit it too hard, too low. But that's one all the way around to third. Remember we were talking about in the regionals about the tough to see a cycle hit in Little League, but
he's got a homer and a triple.
Homer and a triple.
Now Connor Rush
and pitching a shutout.
This is the first team from New York at the Little League World Series since 2009. And the first one from upstate New York in 39 years. This one is playable. The center fielder's Aaron Narkavage, and he makes the play. Maine Endwell, though, 3 in the first, 3 more in the second. And New York is leading Rhode Island as we open up the Little League World Series 6-0. Welcome back, everyone. ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And aerial coverage is brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. And if you're a true sports fan and you happen to like baseball, you've got to make your way to South Williamsport, Pennsylvania at some point. Sons, daughters, just to witness this Little League World Series. It's broken down into 8 different regions, and we're focused now on the New England and Mid-Atlantic. Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont make up the New England region. And the Mid-Atlantic region has Delaware, Washington, D.C., a very good team this year, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and it was the team from Clinton County, Pennsylvania, just about 20 or so miles from Williamsport, that was beaten by this team from Maine, Endwell, New York. And that's what ME is, as they say, let's go ME. That stands for Maine Endwell. Start at the top of the third with a couple of changes. Jaden Fanara has gone on into play right field. He's going to bat 8th. And Billy Dundon has moved to left field. He'll bat 9th. Another outstanding aspect of Little League Baseball. If you're on a team and you got a uniform, you're going to get into the game either as a hitter and fielder or just a hitter, depending on the number of kids on your team. Center field, and the catch is made. I tell you what, the ball is following James Fellows. So he moves from right to center and boom, right into his glove.
I think it's good pitching by Harlow to have him hit it to him.
We got some action in the bullpen as well. John talked about the pitch count, and that's something we got to keep our eye on as well. And perhaps they save Colin Lemieux for another day by not having his pitch count go too high. That's Kenny Ricks out there. The bullpen's located just beyond the outfield wall. The walls here at Lomity 225 feet away. Ball! Talk about efficiency. Harlow's the other way. There's no action in the other bullpen. And you see it down the right field line. That's where Maine Endwell will warm somebody up. Ground ball to short. Mancini easily to first base, and quickly again 2 down. You love the idea that we have pitch counts at the Little League level. It's starting to catch on at different levels. College even discussing having pitch counts for their pitchers.
I love it. We've seen it, in the regionals and here, the more use of the breaking ball by pitchers. I mean, Michael Mancini threw a ton of them as he couldn't command his fastball. And in the regionals, and Harlow's right here, very conservative with his pitchers.
Can't get to it
with his pitches, and you have to. And again, there's strategy to all this, Carl, and that's what I think the beauty of Little League is do you risk a chance of taking Harlow's out, thinking we have a 6-run lead, we're good, but
off the glove to second. It's all going well for Maine Endwell, New York. It hit Harlow's glove. Abadessa was there to field it. He's allowed 1 hit. And we're heading to the bottom of the third. New York coming to the plate again.
The only thing that says small-town America more than Main Street and apple pie is a parade like this one. The annual Grand Slam Parade that welcomes the world to Williamsport and the Little League World Series.
Hard to imagine the joy that all those players representing the 16 teams that are here as we take a look at our Fresh Take. It's brought to you by Subway from Williamsport and South Williamsport. Panama a winner in the first game. The international side, eventually the winner of the international bracket, plays the winner of the United States bracket. Japan's been dominant, 4 championships in the last 6 years, 3 of the last 4. They will open up play tomorrow against Canada, 2 Eastern time, ESPN. And you see that South Korea's never lost a game at the Little League World Series. They've won 3 championships and they are back again. We start bottom 3. That one's going to get into the screen, but as we celebrate the 16 teams that are here, John, and you see the parade and the 40,000 folks, it is remarkably difficult. Doing a bunch of interviews on the radio on the ride up, how hard it is to get here. I don't think people truly understand how difficult it is when you're talking about tens of thousands of players and thousands of teams from across the country and across the globe. To end up here is just not easy.
No, it's not. And we got a chance to talk to coaches, parents when we were doing the regionals, and a lot of the kids were from losing teams just talking about we're gonna we want to still go to Williamsport, we want to watch the event. Yeah, a lot of kids do actually come here to watch the event, hoping that they have a chance to play here. But you're right, 16 teams.
That's it
in the entire world, are here.
We're all watching the Olympics unfold, and you think about just how difficult it is to become one of those athletes. Be on a team that makes it to Williamsport. You have done something you will remember the rest of your life. And there are all sorts of aspects to the Little League World Series the players enjoy, from all sorts of different equipment. This is their 15 minutes of fame, if you will. Put a uniform on, and you'll have attention paid to you.
That's lifetime memories, right? For these kids and the coaches and parents. A lot of these people, they travel, of course, from all over the world to watch their kids play, but a lot of their relatives can't come to these games, so they get to watch their grandchild, child even, nephew, come out here and participate in the Little League World Series on national television.
Yeah, that guy right there with the big cup, almost as big as his head. Someday he's thinking, I could be out there playing a game like this. And people at home who are watching, it certainly plants a seed in a lot of boys and girls' minds that someday they can get there. So Colin Lemieux is going to head to shortstop. Kenny Ricks is going to come on to pitch. And we will see him when we return to the Little League World Series. Lamade Stadium, Volunteer Stadium, the two great facilities that these boys and girls get to enjoy the Little League World Series at. It's presented by Kellogg's. It continues today on ESPN at 5 Eastern Time. Italy will take on Australia. Italy, of course, known for other sports. In particular, many of the kids play soccer. Australia, some parents and friends, 23 hours to get to Williamsport they traveled. 7 p.m. Oregon and Tennessee. So the big fella's moved over to shortstop. 35 pitches, which means he'll be eligible in a couple of days, and they're going to need him again. This one right back up to you. Oh, yeah. Johnny Kruk with a catch. It's all going your way today.
That hurt. Too old for this. Oh, boy.
Great hands.
Well, it was either catch or take one off the face, because I wasn't going to move.
See, I allow, and as a good, this one back up the middle, just like Kruk. Ricks fields his position, and one man down. Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty.
Kind of stung, though, I ain't going to lie.
That hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Had some real backspin on it.
Good spin on it. You know, I got to protect the pretty face, you know?
I hear you. All right, so Kenny Ricks is now pitching. See his numbers, 3 earned runs in 4 1/3 inning. He's going to try to slow down this fast start for Maine Endwell, New York.
Here comes our man James Fellows up again, too. Busiest man in
Williamsport
right now.
Oh. That one just misses. And again, for all the talk about New York City and the Empire State and all the great attractions, Maine Endwell, New York is 3 hours from the city, located just outside of Binghamton, New York.
2 outs, baby, 3-0. Turn him loose.
He's going for it.
Turn him loose.
Yes, he did. He was swinging for it.
Gotta love that. That wasn't, you know, I'm going to try to just float one over the third baseman's head. He was trying to hit one up in the bushes in center.
Think about all the time the boys and girls spend together in batting cages. I guess I was struck by how often the team from Pennsylvania took batting practice at the regional. Oh, I think they really,
2 balls, 2 strikes.
At this age, enjoy just hearing the ball hit the bat. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Nice job by Kenny Ricks, who comes on in relief of Colin Lemieux. Will return. Jamie Sire has found a bunch of big high school kids wearing ME shirts. We'll find out what that's all about as we continue. Welcome back, everyone. You're taking a look at the Maine Endwell High School football team. They won 4 straight titles. They won 62 consecutive games, and they were featured as part of an ESPN 30 for 30. It was called 62, the legendary streak of Maine Endwell High. They won those championships from 2011, 12, 13. And showing how tight-knit that community is, Jamie Sires with a bunch of big boys.
Yeah, Carl, we're making our way through the crowd here. The entire football team is here in support of this New York Little League team today. I'm here with their coach, Matt Gallagher. And you guys cut practice short today. Obviously, you're a very successful program, so practice is important. Why was it important to you to come out and support this team?
Just to let them know and the whole community know that we're supporting them just like they did us. You know, these guys, some of these guys are a part of our team. They're ball boys for our team, so we want to make sure that they know we're down here to support them.
So there's some ball boys on the team. There's also a lot of kids that you taught in 6th grade. What's it like to be able to watch them on this stage?
It's pretty cool. It is. It's great that I do know them because they're great kids, and obviously that transformed onto the baseball field too because they're doing a great job.
Any future football players out there that's going to play for you?
Yeah, right now we have about 6 or 7 of them in our youth program, which are going to move into our modified. So we're excited for them to get up there.
All right, 2 weeks from tomorrow, you guys start your season. So good luck there and have fun out here today.
Thank you very much.
Carl, back to you guys.
Jamie, thank you very much. And we start off the top of the 4th inning with an Aaron Narkavage strikeout, 3rd strikeout of the game for Ryan Harlost. All right, John, so when we were at the regionals, you and I got a chance to talk about this Maine Endwell area as you look at the Harlost strikeout and the close-knit community that they have up there as the football team has driven 2 hours. That says a lot to the kids, doesn't it? The little boys to look out there and see those guys?
Yeah, it does. And that has to be, you know, make them very proud and happy that, you know, you have kids that play high school football and they're coming to support and watch these young kids because, and like you heard the one say, you know, hey, they came and supported us. We can come and support them. It's great community.
Dominic Brazo. That one misses. And to the credit of both of these coaching staff / dads, they both encourage all the kids to play other sports, not just baseball. And the Warwick, Rhode Island story has got a terrific story. They won a state title last year, and that guy right there, Kenny Ricks, said, guys, do something else. Play another sport. So they all picked up, or at least 10 of them, played soccer. 5 of them for the first time. They'd never played soccer before, and they ended up winning a championship.
Hey, you got to. You can't play year-round baseball or one sport. I think all the other sports make you better in every sport you participate in. I know basketball helped my footwork.
Yeah.
Playing the outfield or first base or whatever.
This one to left field. Ryan came in, and now it goes over his head. He should say Billy Dundon. He goes back to the wall, and they'll throw it back in. Solid hit from Dominic Brazo.
Brazo seems to be the only one that's been able to figure out Ryan Harlow's 2 hits, single, now this double. And I don't think if Billy Dundon even got a good jump on this one, he's going to catch it. A hard hit ball, short hops the wall.
Exactly. Yeah. So here's the deal, all right? This guy, we don't want him to hurt us, right? We have a base open, right? So we're gonna have him hit our pitches, right?
Yeah.
Up and in, low and away. Keep your curveball down. All right. Let's make a play. Let's go, boys. Good job.
Joe Mancini, who's the third base coach, not the manager, he went out and said, this guy, we know what he's capable of. Let's see if Lemieux goes and chases one. He throws a fastball that was probably hittable.
Yeah, wasn't exactly up and in, but strike one, now you're ahead.
Lemieux popped out to right his first time up. It ended up being a 9-6-5 double play. If he hits it, it will go.
Ball go! Here we go!
But don't you love it? Hey, be careful. Don't give this guy anything good to hit. And Harlow just comes back with 2 fastballs by him.
Take a look at where Jaden Fanara is playing in right field. In fact, the entire outfield. This is one of those dudes that you could play with your back against the wall if you wanted to.
But you can, or you can play in, because if he hits it over your head, there's a good chance it's going to be a souvenir.
Exactly. And you got a runner at second. Maybe try to throw the runner out. Colin's one of those fun guys to watch because of his size, his power, his ability. He's at that age and stage with his body. He just puts the bat on it and it goes in the air. There's a real good chance it goes over the wall. Good job pitching by Harlos as Lemieux strikes out.
I've been very impressed with Ryan Harlos in this game. And the thing you like about it is it's challenged with fastballs, finished with the curveball.
That was really, really fun to watch him. And how even as a 12-year-old, you figure out different ways to get batters out, big batters.
Well, you saw the two breaking balls in the dirt that Lemieux check swung on. And you figured if you threw one a little bit closer, he was in swing mode, you were going to get a swing and miss.
This is Kenny Ricks, the third baseman. He flew out his first time up. Start to strategize. You want to win the first game. It's certainly something in the back of the minds, perhaps, of the New York team. You get him out prior to his 50th pitch. He's got a chance to come back on Sunday, which will be their next game if they win.
Time.
Rhode Island's had a heck of a lot of success. They've made the Little League World Series the last 3 years.
Check out the American flag shoes that Ricks has on. I love them. I don't know where you can get those at.
You want a pair of red, white, and blue?
Yeah. Red, white, blue.
Yes, it's in the case.
Comfortable shoes. Can't call them running shoes. I don't run.
They may inspire you to move. On the ground to third. Nice job over there by Brody Raleigh, who throws across the diamond. And so far, 2 hits, and both have been by the same guy, Dominic Brazo. Other than that, Ryan Harlos has been outstanding. He is through 4. He has thrown only 48 pitches, and New York leads it 6-0. LLBWS, the Little League World Series, as we welcome you back to Lomity Stadium, and we take a look at our Honda game summary. Ryan Harlos is 2 for 2. He's got a 3-run home run, 4 RBIs. He's thrown 48 pitches, given up only 2 hits. I think that's a real good start to your Little League World Series experience.
So far, he's a player of the game. I think we could safely assume that.
Certainly has been. He's been outstanding, and now the goal for Rhode Island is to make sure we keep playing the game. We've given up 6. We don't want to give up any more. And it's Little League baseball, and you just never know what can happen. Jaden Fanera will bat for the first time today. Like so many, loves Will Ferrell. That ball is hammered to left field. And it bounces off the wall. He hits first, heads into second with a double. They all hit. Jaden Fanera went 3 for 7 at the regionals. And now he is 1 for 1 at the Little League World Series.
High fastball by Ricks, and Fanero got on top of it. That's what you love. These kids, they're so much more advanced hitting-wise as kids in my era, back in the 70s and 80s.
Make sure you get the right calls in, okay? Ken, that wasn't a play. It was a curveball. So this is what we talked about. Just be patient out here. I know you're good when you work ahead. You keep your team all ready to go, okay? But we also got to get the calls in so we know we're pitching in the right areas, okay? All right, come on. No outs. Runner on second.
Always interested and fascinated and really impressed with the way not only the coaches and managers handle their players, but they're also looking at their sons up there.
Yeah, at some point you have to think as a coach, but it's your son out there, and you have to think try to remember what you're here for.
Billy Dundon will bat for the first time. He went in to play left field. Pretty great when a guy like Fanera comes off the bench for you and delivers hits. There's another one up this way. Nerves on edge. All right, we're good here. Here in Williamsport, Little League World Series, we made it this far. No stress. Swing and a miss, it gets by, and heading to third base is Fanera. And he'll stay there. Billy D's mom, Roxanne, a teacher. Caught up in the moment, Johnny.
Yeah, we need to get her a hat. We need to get her a main Endwell hat.
Dewey fouls it off at the plate. He likes to chew 2 pieces of gum during the games. Johnny keeps the wrappers in his left pocket and 2 fresh pieces in the right pocket. Stays alive.
I hope he slides on his
left side.
Left side. He doesn't squish the gum.
So here's a good story for you. I know you'll like this because I suffered as a result of it, but driving from Connecticut to Williamsport yesterday, which is about a 4.5-hour ride, you know those little the little gummy bear fruit things that you can chew on?
Yeah.
Well, I was chewing on a couple of them, and one of them must have slipped onto the seat. And I didn't know that it had slipped onto the seat. And then later, 2 hours later on the ride, I try to move. You shift when you're driving. You kind of, and I was stuck to the seat.
Oh, the perils of eating gummy bears. Wow. Maybe we can go talk to some of the kids. They can give you some lessons.
How to sit, how not to drop.
Correct way to eat a gummy bear.
There's a swing and a miss. Speaking of eating, I mentioned, John, because I used to live in the Binghamton area and then work there, I got to know about this food called Speedies. And we had, because the great people of the Maine, Endwell, Binghamton area, they brought us a Speedy. And this is what it looks like, a sub. Basically looks like a sub with chicken and or veal or pork or steak if you choose. And it's really the sauce that's the key to it all. And I really, to me it was an acquired taste. I want you to have a piece. You don't have to, but take a piece and let me know what you think. Because they live for it. They have Speedy festivals.
Oh, really?
They live for it. Well, as the foodie you are.
I am a foodie.
Center field, deep, going back is Narkevich, and he catches it before the track. Tagging from third and scoring is Fanera. Good rip by Mancini, but it's 7-0. Now back to the important stuff. So what do you think?
Delicious.
Delicious.
Tender. Love the what is it called? The sauce?
Speedy sauce.
Speedy sauce.
Love the Speedy sauce. So you're in. We got to get Jamie, who is truly our resident foodie, to try it. We got to get Jamie to have some Speedy.
Hey, what? Old Jude Abadessa doesn't wait around, does he?
No, he keeps
3 pitches, 3 swings, 2 hits.
Mancini just missed hitting that one out, but he did bring in the 7th run of the game. Jude the Stewed. Nice job. Kenny Ricks mixing in his off-speed stuff.
I think you're going to have to start flipping up some curveballs to old Jude.
3 days from now, Jude celebrates a birthday. He'll turn 13. So we're eating Speedies up here. You know what he likes to eat? Deer cutlets. Is that you?
No. West Virginia, man. We all eat deer.
Deer cutlets. He first tried it when he was 4. And the family pulled out the old, it's chicken nuggets. Try those. His granddaddy, who used to hunt, normally cooks it for him.
How come whenever you try to tell a kid to eat some sort of meat of any kind,
trick them with
it tastes like chicken? Like, why can they say, well, it's, it tastes like beef.
Right.
It tastes like veal. Or, you never would say it tastes like liver. That's kind of...
Probably most kids universally will like chicken, so it's safe. On the ground to third, Brazo. Nice job as he throws him out at first. First time Jude the Stewed's been retired. We're eating everything here in Williamsport. Napkin 2. Welcome back, everyone. ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. What a day. South Williamsport and Williamsport. Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. You call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV and the mighty Susquehanna River running right through the center of your screen on a glorious day to start this Little League World Series. To get your official Little League souvenir shirts, log on to ESPNshop.com and then go to ESPN Apparel to pick out your favorites. Shirt sales, another one of the ways that so many of the communities get involved to raise money to help the teams out with all their travel and various things. And they have sold the Maine Endwell shirts out in a hurry. They're doing the same all across the country with the 8 teams that are representing the United States. And just like that, Carlos throws 1 pitch, gets 1 out. He's only thrown 49 pitches. We're in the 5th inning.
He's just pounding the strike zone, and you throw enough strikes, you're going to get kids to swing. You're going to get big leaguers to swing if you throw enough strikes. I love what Michael Mancini did right there. Great clock in his head. It just took his time, made a good strong throw, didn't rush. I think sometimes when you're watching kids, coaching kids, they think if they get them out by 5 steps, you get more outs counted instead of getting them out by a half a step.
Carlos continues to pound the strike zone. Chase Pariseau, the catcher, behind 0-2. Look out.
Switch.
That one got away. But did you see Pariseau? He didn't even budge.
It must have been over his head the whole time. Chase comes in at 5'4". I think the pitch was around 5'8". Better one right back to the pitcher. It gets under his glove, and Mancini couldn't feel that one. They had 2 whacks at it and couldn't come up with it.
Still disappearing ball trick right there, between the legs of the pitcher Ryan Harlost and Michael Mancini, normally sure-handed. Got that one away from him.
You're making this hard. You make that play, he's coming out. Now they're in there talking about it. Did you tell him to boot that ball?
No.
Why would you do that, just to stay in the game?
Why
That's
can't
just
I
wrong,
stay?
huh?
We have all other pitchers.
All right. Hey, this one's yours to win. All right, let's do it. All right, let's go, boys. Hey, pick him up. Pick him up.
So Joe, with the microphone, not afraid of getting on TV. He kind of relishes. In fact, has admitted to us during our pre-tournament interviews, there are times he will go out and talk to a pitcher just to get on TV. Joe.
Why not? Camera's on.
Going to get a lot of camera time the way the New York team is playing right now.
They don't ask him to put a microphone on if he's not going to talk.
That's true. I wonder if there's Cam Nadeau fouls it off. I wonder if there's any discussion or debate among the coaches, like who's wearing it, or if Mancini says, "I got it again."
I think they've been around long enough to know which one talks the most.
I'm big into any volunteer coach, man, woman, that will spend so much time with these kids for the entire summer. Nadeau comes off the bench and delivers a single to right field. Seeing eye single.
Well, here comes the team from Rhode Island. A couple guys on, only one out. He got jammed on or hit one off the end of the bat the pitch before. You see him shaking his right hand and how it stung him. And that one there, he gets jammed, but just enough to get it over the second baseman's head, fall in front of the right fielder. This is where Harlost has to bear down a little bit. Bottom of the order coming up.
And a pinch hitter, Max Turner. Ooh, he got jammed.
Oh.
That was inches away from fingertips.
Yeah, that was a chest ball right there. That looked like it was headed right for his chest. Look at this ball run in on him from Harlost. Yeah, that's would have hit him right in the right shoulder if he didn't make contact.
0-2. Good catch behind home plate by Connor Rush. Keeps the force on for the base runners. That was a fastball. It was by him when he reached out for it. 1-2 breaking ball fouled off.
Hey, that's the one thing we've noticed in the regionals, how big, how important the play of the catcher is. Keeping guys from advancing bases. Connor Rush doing a great job in this one.
Pitch to Turner to second. Could be a double play. Mancini back to first, not in time. They do get the runner at second as Turner hits into a fielder's choice. Well, Ken Ricks, who's been doing a good job down there at third and trying to motivate his players, has 2 men on. He talked about getting to Williamsport and how, John, this is a field of dreams for kids. Would you agree with that?
Well, without question. You know,
on deck batters got to get this.
You know, I was lucky enough to play in the big leagues, lucky enough to play in playoffs and World Series games. This is like a bucket list thing. If I can go back to 12, 13 years old, I'd love to be able to play here.
Fastball poured in a good pitch to start off Dylan Boré. He's gone on as a special pinch runner, and now Ken Ricks wants to talk about something. That's Boré, who's going to get a little high five over there at third base and take out Chase Pariseau. Want to remind everybody as we begin watching the Little League World Series, you got a special pinch runner. You can use that player who's not in the batting order as a runner for any offensive player, but only once per game for that player. Meaning in this case, Pariso could not be pinch run for again. Brendan McCaffrey behind 0-2. He's batting in the 9 spot. And he's gone. Little bear down effort from Ryan Harlost. Hard to be more efficient. He's given up only 3 hits. And he has thrown only 64 pitches. Awfully good start for Maine Endwell out of New York. First time since '39 a team from upstate has been here. We're back all week. We'll be teaching lessons. So now we take a look as New York leads Rhode Island 7-zip. Valuable lessons. They're brought to you by True Value.
Hey, with Mason and Matthew, we're just going to talk about soft toss. And you don't always have to take full batting practice to get good work in. It can be a tee or just basic soft toss. But we want to get in an angle. Don't get just next to them. Get in an angle. Makes it much easier for these guys to get the barrel of the bat. Atta boy. Head right on it, finish it. Try to drive that baseball out in front. Yeah. Might see some home runs from these dudes this week. Might see one right there. Go deep in soft toss. Atta boy. Get in an angle when we do it. Make sure that our hitters have a chance to get those hands out in front and drive the ball.
That's our friend Kyle Peterson. This wasn't a soft toss. In fact, Ryan Harlost, the bat almost reverberated backwards, but he got it out of the yard. A 3-run home run in the first inning.
That was like a 2-strike emergency hack that happened to be a 3-run homer.
Good stuff. Valuable lessons all week from Kyle Peterson. And brought to you by True Value. As we start with Harlost. Team representing the Mid-Atlantic region, Maine, Endwell, New York. Just by virtue of coin flips, that's how home and away team are determined. Boy, golf shot that is tailing out of play.
But you can just watch Ryan Harlost approach at home plate. You can see how he tracks the ball so well. The first pitch, a ball down, kept his head on it the whole way. Pretty special swing he has.
There you go. There you go.
Oh. 3-1 to Harlow, is nicknamed at 5'10", 147 pounds. Italy and Australia starts at 5 Eastern time on ESPN. This one was just missed. Sky high, tough play. No play. You kind of see that one developing, that nobody was going to end up getting it. Nadeau, Narkevich, and Lemieux are all looking at it.
Home run, triple-double for Harlow.
He's got it. He is a single away from the cycle. Not your traditional double, but double nonetheless.
But good base running. And you know,
yeah,
you see a lot of guys that, you know, will stand there and be upset that they popped up pitch they thought they could handle. He just kept running.
Great, huh? All right, because I mean, hey, relax, guys. You can't panic on those situations like that. Mistakes happen. The ball's got to be caught. You know what happens when that happens. You got to really battle here with these battles. Nothing you can do about that. You did a great job pitching to him in that case. We induced a routine fly ball. We drop it. Guys, it's part of the game, though. Relax, okay? Everybody relax. We got to get an out here, okay? We got 1 out. Let's work on this batter, okay? Check the runner at second. Come on, you're doing fine. Thank you.
He's had to do a lot of the talking today to try to get his players to buy into the fact that you're here and you're got to enjoy it. Baseball is just one part of it. They'll have another day, and it'll likely be a better day for the team from Warwick. Connor Rush bats now, and again, I mentioned Rhode Island for the 3rd straight year, John, is here. First appearance for the Warwick North Little League and the city of Warwick. You know, pitched for Warwick a long time ago, and I say a long time ago, was about 13 years ago. Remember Dan Wheeler, the Major League pitcher?
Yes.
Wheels was from Rhode Island. He's now living in Florida and is very interested in how these kids are doing. They never got to Williamsport, his Little League teams.
Oh! Here you go, switch.
Well, I think we've discussed it, how difficult it is to get here. Yeah, there's a lot of really, really good Little League players that are watching.
Ross chases a high one, and he is struck out for the second time. Little League University, it provides web training for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents. You get a chance to watch videos, review practice plans, or see some ideas for playing catch in the backyard. Visit and join for free at littleleagueuniversity.org today. Ricks goes back to the mound. We're going to have a pitching change. 35 pitches. And again, it's now about maintaining eligibility and getting these guys back on the mound for the next game. Welcome back to Williamsport.
Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. They're great!
Back with John Kruk, Carl Ravitch, Jamie Sire. And you take a look at Little League World Series, the 16 teams. Presented by Kellogg's. It continues later today. Italy and Australia. Team from Bend, Oregon and Goodlettsville, Tennessee will meet against each other at 7 Eastern time. Good story about the kids from Australia, John. This one, they have a clown award they give out. We'll check that as Jack Hopko steps in. So they give a clown award. The kids get the award for acting out, like not listening to the coaches. And as punishment, they have to carry the winner, if you will, a blow-up kangaroo around all day. Everywhere, no exceptions.
Wow.
Somebody wins the award daily. Like, I bet you unintentionally can win it. Oof. Hopko saw that one and he liked it, but he fouls it off. Third pitcher of the day for Rhodey. It's Cullen McGrew.
Miggy.
Yeah,
His name
Miggy.
is Miggy.
So we've seen Colin Lemieux, he started. Kenny Ricks has now moved back to third base. And obviously, managers start to think about the next game and making sure he's got as many good arms. Hopko swings and misses at that. He heads back to the bench. Cullen McGrew with a nice strikeout. Check this out.
Free stuff that you got your coach. It's like a dream, huh? It's like a dream. I bet it's probably going to be even bigger on the weekend.
And so Joe talking to Kenny Ricks, the player at third base. He's the coach, and Ricks, of course, playing third and looking out at the hill. It will be much bigger with the amount of people you see on a Friday and Saturday, Sunday.
Mickey coming here throwing the old breaking ball, getting these hitters from New York.
Brody Raleigh. Another spinner up there that he just fouls off. Well, you watch all these breaking balls. Are you concerned about it? Or are they doing it right? Are they overthrowing it?
Yeah, there's, different. You talk to some big league pitching coaches and they think, you know what, if they're throwing it correctly, it's not going to hurt your arm. But then you talk to, orthopedic surgeons and others, and they say, yes, it can hurt your arm if you throw it improperly. So we saw Michael Mancini in the regional championship game, and he couldn't command his fastball, so he went to his second, what we thought was his second best pitch. It turned out to be his first best pitch, a breaking ball, and dominated the lineup.
Nice job there, though, by McGrew. He throws a fastball right by Raleigh. And just like that, we're through 5 innings. Rhode Island's coming up, and they're going to have to score a bunch if they want to continue playing today. New York's got a 7-0 lead as McGrew strikes out Raleigh. Welcome back, everyone. The Little League Grow the Game grant program created to provide local Little Leagues the resources they need for general improvement and to expand or establish the Little League softball, challenger divisions, urban initiative programs. For more information, visit littleleague.org/grow the game. Combined effort through Little League as well as Major League Baseball to try to grow the game of baseball all across the country. Rain starts to fall here as Jude Abadessa throws his first pitch in for a strike. 6 innings, 6-inning games, all we play at the Little League World Series. Ball 1. Abadessa on the mound. He has pitched before. This may speak to the depth of the New York team as we watch them play through the week. Late swing there from Thane Denton. He won't chase that. People are scurrying for cover as the rain. It's bizarre. You look up above the hill in center field, blue sky, but behind us, a little darker. Tell you what it does. It makes for some interesting laundry that has to be done later tonight when you get those kids sliding down that hill and we start to mix some water in.
Probably going to get a good run out of that, though.
Yeah, there you go. I'll have that cardboard for now. We're not going to ruin the car seats. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Abadessa.
Big Jude coming in the game throwing some strikes, Carl.
Yeah. Well, as the rain stops here, Little League has decided to take the players apparently off the field with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Well, the rain that had come down clearly has stopped, and now the question is, obviously the umpires were told by Little League officials we got to get the kids off the field.
I wonder if there's some lightning detected somewhere. 8-mile, 10-mile radius.
That may be the case. Not sure, but we're waiting for the official word, and you can certainly see behind us, and we don't have that view, John, but behind us at Lamity Stadium, it's an awful lot darker than what we're looking out at.
Is the word ominous?
Yes, ominous works.
Thank you.
See the grounds crew looking up and kind of like, you got 2 outs and you're in the 6th of a 7-0 game. 1 out, I should say, 2 outs away from having it conclude. What do you do? And again, applaud Little League, their sensitivity to anything like that. I know when we were in Bristol, you were very sensitive to the weather and how rain and or lightning, you don't mess with that. No games.
You don't. I wonder if he drank all that drink he had in that big cup. It's a shopping bag, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and usually,
special.
You're trying to. We've seen the bag over the head of many professional sports teams with embarrassed fans. Not the case here for Maine Endwell, who jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first, added 3 more to make it 6-0, and have cruised so far. So we get a little break in the action here with the rain falling as there's 1 out in the final inning, top 6. Good time to get some cotton candy working. We're here in Williamsport. Major League Baseball continues Sunday night, National League West. It's the Giants. They've been battling the Dodgers all season long. They host the Mets AT&T Park. They wrap up a 4-game set. Our coverage begins with baseball tonight's Sunday night countdown. Adnan, who is here, Dallas, and Tim, they'll all be in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, as baseball tonight will emanate from right here. And we'll stream it live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app as well. It's kind of a unique situation here. The grounds crew, amongst the best when it comes to maintaining a field like this, a little hesitant and reluctant to throw the whole tarp on.
It looks like they're carrying out the ones that go over home plate in the pitcher's mound.
Right.
then they might put the big one on. But they sprinted over there like we need to get this thing on, but a little hold off.
So let's go over what's got us to this point. We'll see if we continue with the last 2 outs of the game. Recapping it, Ryan Harlow, who's the starting pitcher, got a single and a single for Michael Mancini and Jude Abadessa, and then he hit a 3-run home run and put Maine Endwell, New York, the Mid-Atlantic champion, up 3-0. Second inning, they would add 3 more. Abadessa had a single. Ryan Harlow had a triple in that one. James Fellows came through with a big hit. Jordan Owens came through with a big hit. This was the Harlow's triple and an RBI. It plated Abadessa. And they were up 6-0 after 2 innings. And on the mound, Harlow's has been nothing short of spectacular. And again, this is a tournament. You have the United States side with the 8 teams on the right side of the screen. Later tonight, we'll see Bend, Oregon and Goodlettsville, Tennessee. And then we'll get a chance to see on Friday at 4 Eastern, Chula Vista, California against Iowa. Bowling Green, Kentucky will take on a team from San Antonio, Texas. We are always looking forward to seeing the kids from South Korea play, and we've already seen Panama win earlier. Carl Ravitch, John Kruk, Jamie Sire down on the field where, again, right now things have kind of stopped. Nobody's moving with tarps or anything. But again, it felt like, and given the amount of people here and the television and Lomity, that maybe New York was a little more settled early and certainly going up 3-0.
Well, I don't know settled. You know, when your best player, Kyle Lemieux struggles. He hasn't swung the bat well in this game, 0 for 2. You know, he didn't pitch well in this game, this location. But I think it's more the New York team. You know, you talk about a team, we keep talking about their lineup and how deep their lineup is 1 through 9. Even their reserves come in and get on base. But, you know, they have such a deep lineup. They run the bases so well. Fundamentally, they're as good as a team that we saw in the regionals, and it's playing out here in Williamsport so far.
Sure is. 5 innings, 5 Ks for Ryan Harlow, who's the 3-hitter on this team. 64 pitches, and again, you look ahead to when he's eligible to pitch again, and it would be Monday right now. You take a look at what he's done today. Really used his fastball beautifully.
Yeah, he located the fastball both sides of the plate. And you remember when Coach came out to talk to him with the runner on second, Lemieux's hitting, Colin Lemieux's hitting. You know, hey, be careful with this guy. He just pumps through 2 fastballs by him and then finishes him off with a breaking ball. So he's feeling good about the fastball, and I don't blame him. It's been a good one and well located.
19-0 this summer. The team from Maine, Endwell, New York, just outside of Binghamton, New York, in upstate New York. 6 players back from last year's team and looking to get off to a good start here in Williamsport. It's 7-0. We got a little rain falling. Fans remain on the hill. Weather delay. That's what we're in right now in the top of the 6th with 1 out. New York up commanding 7-0 lead over Rhode Island. We'll keep you posted on what's going on here, but for now we bring in Jay Crawford with highlights from other games. Jay?
Carl, thank you very much. Yeah, this is game 2 of 30 over the next 11 days. Of course, 16 teams are here, 8 from the U.S., 8 on the international side, 2 Sundays. The U.S. winner will play the international winner to crown the 2016 Little League World Series champion. Earlier today, it was game 1, play from the international side that got things going. The Latin American representative, Panama, taking on Mexico. And the story in this one was the heat being dealt from Joaquin Tejada. Bottom of the 1st, he gets a strikeout there. Hitting 78 on the gun, which is the major league equivalent of a 101-mile-an-hour fastball. Went 4 1/3, didn't allow a run, struck out 9. Top 3, it was the big bat of Ismeet Pineda. He hit 6 home runs in 5 regional games. That 3-run homer put Panama on top 4-0, and they were in cruise control from there. Carlos Gonzalez offering a couple of big hits as well, 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in. And it was 10-2, Panama cruising in somewhat of a surprise of a game 1 to get us going here at the Little League World Series. So you see Panama advances. They will next play Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. Following the conclusion of the U.S. game, which was currently in a weather delay, Italy and Australia will get it going. That'll be our 3rd game of the day. You, of course, will see complete coverage of all the games played today on ESPN. We're going to take a break while we continue in a weather delay. Game 2. Fans trying to stay dry while the rain continues to fall. We're back from South Williamsport right after this. Sports Center tonight, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Lisa Kearney, Kevin Connors bringing you all the sports news of the day. The very latest on the developing Ryan Lochte story from the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio. 11 o'clock, also streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Well, you have to get creative during rain delays here at the Little League World Series. The kids looking for a good piece of cardboard, either to slide down the hill or to take cover from the rain, which appears to have subsided, at least for now. Looking at the skies, it looks like we could be playing baseball any moment now. The rain again has stopped. The field mostly uncovered, still tarps over the pitcher's mound and the home plate area. Hopefully we'll try to finish this one up right now. Game 2 of the day, the first on the U.S. side. Earlier today it was Panama winning Game 1 of this 2016 Little League World Series. Over on the international side, a dominant pitching performance and some timely hitting as Panama defeats Mexico 10-2. Of course, the second game going on right now, that is on the U.S. side, and it is Rhode Island taking on New York. New York currently leading 7-0, with rain now stopping the action in the 6th inning, hoping to resume and to finish here in a matter of moments. Now from Lamade over to Volunteer. That's where our third game of the day is set to begin just after 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Italy against Australia. And for a look at these teams, let's check in with Mr. Fleming and Mr. Peterson, guys.
Getting this game started, Kyle. Two teams that don't have great baseball history, but are, I think, learning to love the game, particularly on the Australian side. But I kind of love watching the countries where baseball can be new, but there's so much enthusiasm for the game.
There is, and I also think, there's a lot to be learned just from watching teams take infield about how they've learned the game and the way that they move on the field. And it's impressive to watch both of these teams take infield. Australia now in their own region, so they're here every year. They've won a game each of the last 2 times here, looking to win potentially 2 this time. I think that's kind of their goal. But for Italy, they've only been here 3 times as a country. The last was this same Little League back in 2008, and then that team in 1979. So that's it. We know there's not a lot of baseball history in Italy, but just to watch them move around the field, clearly they're understanding the game.
I'm with you. And I think on the Australian side, you and I have been here for a lot of years now, and we've watched teams from Australia come and look very raw initially. Now, last year they had a chance to win a game, got to feel what that experience is like. And I think the level of athlete has jumped up on the Australian side. And
I think the understanding of the game. Just watching a little bit more, playing a little bit more, you can see each of the last 2 years the Australian teams have won a game apiece. And I tell you this, we were doing some drills the other day, and Matthew Clements, who hit 5th for Australia, was one of them. We were just doing a soft toss drill. He did about 240 feet out of this ballpark in a soft toss drill. There's not a lot of kids that can do that. So clearly there's some power on this team, Australia. And it's an environment that the country, at least, is not unfamiliar with anymore.
Well, one good thing is, despite maybe some nerves before their first game, the tarp on the field, everybody looks pretty relaxed, I have to say. So we'll keep you posted from down here at Volunteer. Our next game, Italy and Australia. The winner will play Panama, which already beat Mexico. And now we'll send it back up the hill to Jay.
Looking forward to Italy and Australia. That again coming up around 5:10 Eastern Time. In the meantime, the weather delay continues here in our second game of the day. Play on the U.S. side between New York and Rhode Island, and it was the team from New York that came out swinging early. They put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the first. Ryan Harlos with a 3-run blast. And that got the New Yorkers going. They followed that up with another 3 spot in the bottom of the second. Jude Apodessa with a 2-run bloop single to make it 5-0. And then Ryan Harlos added an RBI triple to make it 6-0. We now stand in the 6th, 7-0. as New York is trying to put Rhode Island away in their opener. As you can see, the tarps are coming off. The rain here has stopped. As we look to the skies, we can see the clouds are trying to push away. Hopefully sunshine is behind them. The boys wait for the resumption of this game. Here come the umpires. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have more baseball from the Little League World Series on ESPN.
Welcome back, everyone. Carl Ravitch, John Kruk, and Jamie Sire. 2 outs away from New York winning the first game of this 2016 Little League World Series. I want to let everybody know that winning game 1 is kind of crucial. Since the Little League World Series went from 8 to 16 teams in 2001, no team has gone on to win the championship after losing its first game. Started off after about a 35-minute rain delay with a curveball.
He was working on it during warm-up pitches, so they're not featured the first pitch of this at-bat.
They have 3 hits. Dominic Brazo has 2 of them for Warwick, Rhode Island. That's the guy that started this whole thing and has pitched outstanding. Ryan Harlos with a 3-run home run. That one just misses. Harlos is out there in left field. The drops are fewer, but they're much bigger than any other time during the rain delay. Enthusiasm from the team from New England.
Ball 4. We can go.
Well, Brazo's been up 3 times. He's reached base all 3 times. A single, a double, and a walk. And that brings up Colin Lemieux, dangerous hitter. He'd love to get his first hit at the Little League World Series here in Williamsport.
Ball. Try.
Let's listen in.
Huh? All right, seems like you're afraid to pitch the contact, right? Make your pitches, right? Make your pitches, let's go. Hey, inside though, right? Jam him. If he hits it over here, who cares, right? Jam him, let's go, make a play.
So, when Harlos was pitching, he said be careful with him.
Right. Now we want
him to pitch the contact.
Right.
7-0 lead.
Right.
Last inning.
Yep.
If he hits it out, it's 7-2. So what?
Threw it inside. Ball gets by. Base runner down to second. Classic Little League kind of pitcher-hitter deal. You got Lemieux at the plate, 5'11", 177 pounds against 5'1", 100 pounds. Swings wildly at that one. It's a strike.
Just watching Jude Abadessa play last couple games that we saw in the regionals and now tonight, he probably thinks he's 6 foot 177.
Yeah, he might. You're right. You can see the rain falling down pretty heavily right now. That one misses inside and down to third base. Advances Brazo. So bizarre. We went through a delay in which rain didn't fall. And then it came down like buckets.
It's weather in the mountains, Carl. You never know.
Well, I know this. Lemieux would love to get a pitch to hit. We saw him hit a huge home run in Bristol.
It's like his top hand slipped off the bat.
Ball 4.
So Lemieux will go to first with the walk, and now we'll see if, with Lemieux on first, he'll take off and perhaps try to create some.
Depending on this, this situation, to me, I think you just throw down and try to get the out.
Yeah.
The runner on third Brazo scores, who cares? You're taking out for a run right now.
Maybe you don't run.
No.
Kenny Ricks. Popped up. Center fielder is Jordan Owens. He'll catch it. No tag from third base.
Tell you what, that's smart on both ends. The run means nothing at third base. You need 7 to tie. But the center fielder, great play. Just throw it into the cutoff man. Keep the force out at second base open for hopefully the last out of the game. And I think that's smart baseball by both teams.
Now Sean Gallagher. This one into right, and it drops, and it gets by the right fielder, Fellows. Lemieux hits third. He's going to come in. He's going to score. Now heading to third. You may have a play. We do, and it's over. New York will win it, as once again Fellows involved in a relay out. They'll get the 2 runs on the board, and Little League reviews every final play. So this one will, at the very least, be looked at. Take a look at Fellows, who picks it up and once again finds a cutoff man. This time it was Hopko, and he absolutely slid right into the glove.
Without question. And again, hitting your cutoff man, smart play. That's what you love about this team from New York. The fundamentals, they play them as good as anyone we've seen.
We've seen a 9-6-5 play for a double play, and now a 9-3-5 to end it. Well played game from New York's perspective for sure. Maine Endwell got an outstanding pitching performance from their starting pitcher, Ryan Harlost. And they point out to the fans of the Maine Endwell School District, the football team as well.
Yeah, that's classy. That's pretty special right there.
Good start for the Mid-Atlantic region. Rhode Island will have another day and now has to play having lost game 1. Back to wrap it up with John and Jamie right after this. First game of the United States bracket is in the books, and the tournament continues. New York beats Rhode Island by a final score of 7-2. They got the table setters on in the first inning. Michael Mancini singled, and so did Jude Abadessa. And that brought up Ryan Harlost, the big lefty. John connected.
Yeah, outstanding game for Ryan Harlost, not only at the plate but on the mound. And to get your team a 3-run lead early in the game just makes everyone settle down and start playing the game a little more relaxed.
Harlost, a homer, a triple, and a double. And he got some more offense. Jude Abadessa delivered a single. Jordan Owens also with a single. They scored thanks to Harlost and company. 3 more in the second inning and went up by a score of 6-0. 7-0 into the 6th inning. And that's when we saw the team from Warwick, Rhode Island deliver a little bit. A little single into right from Sean Gallagher that got by the right fielder. 2 runs came in, but then caught at third base to end the game there was Gallagher.
Yeah, they made an out in the first inning, the last out in the first inning at third base, and the last out of this game at third base.
All right, Jamie, the only thing he didn't have was a single, but he does get a chance to talk to you, Ryan Harlost.
Thanks so much, guys. Congratulations. You kind of did a little bit of everything in this game, pitching and hitting. But tell me what it was like to walk out on the mound for the first time and in front of this huge crowd.
There was like a lot of nerves and stuff. We just got to get over, just like any other game. Just do what you normally do in practice.
Now, what do you like better, pitching or hitting?
I like scoring runs and stuff, but I like pitching because you can kind of control the outcome a little more.
Yeah, you did that today. Tell me about the home run.
I was just trying to go with it and just get solid contact, and I just got under and it went out.
And I know that you guys rode down here with the other team. What was that experience like, and then going up against them today?
It kind of sucks the way to play them our first game, but like we got to know them good, and since we're going to be around like the dorm areas with them, it's just kind of nice to get more friends.
All right, how are you going to celebrate right now? What's on the docket for tonight?
We're probably just going to go home and like talk to my mom and dad and stuff. Nothing wrong.
And then you told me you're going to come to the game tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm going to come watch it for the rest of my team and coaches.
And what's been your favorite part about Williamsport so far?
I don't know, probably just getting to meet people from all the countries and stuff, and just getting all the free stuff.
Free stuff is always good. We like free stuff in the media as well. Well, congratulations, and good luck in your next game.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, Jamie, thank you very much. And the old adage, if it's free, it's me, it applies to Ryan Harlost as well, and they do, between bats, gloves, and other equipment. You can see the backpack strapped across the backs of all these guys, and they'll head back up to the Grove area. It's pretty good perspective, though, from Ryan, the idea that meeting people from around the globe is something that not many 12, 13-year-olds get a chance to do. I mean, you just don't.
Yeah, I never met anyone from a foreign country until I played in the minor leagues.
Right. Ryan Harlow got a chance to do that. He loves being in the dorms, and the other reason he likes it so much, freedom from his parents, who he just said he's going to go talk to. Endwell, New York, off to a good start. They beat Warwick, Rhode Island 7-2. They'll now be off until Sunday. They'll get the winner of the Bend, Oregon game tonight against Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Goodlettsville, if you remember and follow the Little League World Series a couple years ago, played one of the great games of all time. They ended up beating a team from California 24-16. There was 8 or 10 run rally in the 6th inning from California, and then Goodlettsville put up a crooked number and ended up winning 24-16. Italy and Australia coming up next right here on ESPN. Canada, Japan. We can't wait to see the kids from South Korea and Curacao tomorrow at 6, and we'll have Bowling Green, Kentucky, and San Antonio, Texas, Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN. Well, I mean, I will say this. We left Bristol, and you knew that New York was one of the teams that was going to be able to really compete here. And this is way more than just about baseball, but from a baseball perspective, they give you reason to think they could win the whole thing.
Yeah, so fundamentally sound, so smart. You saw it in that last inning. Runners on first and third. Fly ball to center field. A lot of kids would try to airmail to throw the guy at home. Center fielder hits a cutoff man. The runner at third, smart base running. He stays because his run meant nothing. I just think New York, with the diverse lineup that they have, lefty, righty, lefty, that whole thing, and the fact that Harlost, we didn't think he was their best pitcher. We thought Michael Mancini was their best pitcher, and they still have him available for game 2. So, you know, the way they swing the bats, the way they pitch and catch the ball, and the fundamentals, they're going to be a team that you wouldn't be surprised if you saw them in the American Championship game.
And if you go even further, like within the box score, you're looking at Connor Rush, Jack Hopko, and Brady Raleigh, the 4, 5, 6 hitters. They didn't have a hit.
Yeah, but that's why this lineup is so good. You know, a lot of teams come here. They have 1 or 2 guys that if they play poorly or they don't have good games, you know, they're not going to win. New York's not that way.
No, not at all. So our game will start a couple of hours from now. Italy and Australia is the game that's coming up right now. Can't wait for that one as we get a chance to see the kids from Italy take on the team from Australia. Soccer, basketball, and volleyball. Huge in Italy. It's baseball today. It's baseball right now. A good start for Maine Endwell, the team from New York. First in almost 4 decades from upstate to get to Williamsport. And the 2-hour drive from the football team and all its fans. It was well worth it. They win by 5. Jay Crawford will join us after the break. Little League World Series continues with Italy and Australia in a moment.